Okay, so welcome back, and today we're going to talk about circle graphs and do an example. So what is a circle graph? A circle graph is also called a pie chart. It is a graph where you basically split the whole into parts, and then you look at and compare the different pieces of the pie. Okay, so basically that's what a circle graph does. It allows us to be able to make comparisons with the whole. Okay? Now the important thing about a circle graph is it must be one whole piece. Okay, so all the quantities must add up to the whole. Okay, so the complete circle graph represents one whole quantity. Okay, so these can be expressed as fractions, decimals, percentages. Typically percentages, because those are easy to understand or interpret. Okay, so in this example we have this pie chart, the circle graph, and notice that we have our title. So this is the distribution of wholesale price of a color television. I didn't put the whole thing down there, but the distribution of wholesale price. So these are the different parts that go into the price of this television, a color TV. And so we've got the title, we've got this pie chart, and each pie chart makes up the whole of the $425 of the price of the color television. So it all tells us how much of that price goes into the cost of materials, cost of labor, profit, overhead, and any tariffs. If it's an imported item, there might be a tariff on it, okay, which is basically a charge on goods coming into our country, okay, and so that's also part of the cost, right? So now, we can answer some questions regarding this pie chart, right? And so also notice that all of the pieces add up to the $425, okay? Can't have anything missing. So now, first question that we have is, what percent of wholesale price is labor? Well, to find that out, we would take the, hold on a second. One of these should be, this should be materials. Okay, so in part A, what percent of the wholesale price is labor? Okay, so, well, we know labor is 130, and we know the total price is 425, so we're just going to divide both of those and multiply by 100, right? So again, we're going to use our formula, our percent formula, right? Our percentage formula. So, our percentage equals what? P over B, right? Portion over base times 100%. And so what's the portion? Well, the portion of the $425 is 130. We're talking about labor. So 130 over 425 times 100%. And when you stick that in your calculator, what are you going to get? You get, well, 0.30588, or approximately 30.6%. Okay? That's the answer to part A. Now what about part B? Okay, part B is just, okay, well, what percentage of the wholesale price comes from materials? Well, now we're just going to do the same thing, but now the portion that we're interested in, that we're going to use, is going to be the 125. So for part B, it would just be 125 over 425 times 100%, and that's going to give us approximately what value? That's going to approximately give us 0.29411 or 29.4%. And then the last question says, what would the wholesale price be without tariffs? Well, if you didn't pay any tariffs, then that would tell us that our price of the TV would be $40 less. So to find that answer out, all we do is take the total price of the currently of the TV, which is $425, subtract off the $40 for the tariffs, and we would get $385. And so that tells us that if we didn't pay tariffs on this TV, then the TV would be priced at $385. And that's it. See you next time.